Michael Szirom, and I've got 3 kids, and we've sort of come up with this build together. I sort of like to build all kinds of stuff, and I've got 2 daughters, and they like a lot of Friends stuff. And sort of last year I got hold of the Ninjago City set and just absolutely loved it. And like the son and the kids and just all the craziness going on and all kinds of stuff, just busy and all kinds of things happening. They sort of just loved it. And so I had an idea to extend it and sort of maybe push it on a bit further, which I guess is what they're sort of aiming at in the set itself, and sort of just grabbing all different sets from different bits and things that I had around and making a whole series of just fun things and trying to capture a bit of pop culture and things like that, and incorporate some of the Friends colors, and because I got a lot of that stuff, and put just sort of use a bit of everything to make it interesting. And then last year I did this game where you're basically trying to find the minifigs, and the kids seem to love it. They all come in and they all like looking and all that kind of stuff.
Very big hit with the kids.
Yeah. And so I've got all my stuff under the table here, and it's kind of trapped there. I can sort of knock it in there.
So there's so much wonderful stuff going on in the build, though. If you can point out maybe some of your favorite details and kind of scenes and references here.
Well, my daughter's absolute favorite thing is Mario. She's 6, and I'm the modern age of having a Super Nintendo and Mario World or something, and I let her play it once, and ever since she's like, oh, Mario's my favorite character. And so I built the Mario mosaic and just whacked that in there, and of everything in it, she's like, oh, that's my absolute favorite. So
she has good taste in video games.
Yeah, of course. And so I was like, oh, but what about this and what about that, and there's a dinosaur over there, and there's Garmadon, and there's a dragon, and so Mario's awesome. And Pac-Man, I kind of like Pac-Man. That was fun. That was sort of, I saw someone do a Space Invaders, and I kind of didn't get to do that. And so, but Pac-Man's pretty cool, like with the ghosts and things like that. So I incorporated that in. And the pirate ship was probably one of my favorite bits. That took me a while. I'm not a very good technic person, but a friend of mine sort of gave me a hand to sort of make a mechanism to make it swing back and forth. And there was a lot of rebuilds and a lot of mistakes and broken and monorails knocked off tracks and those kind of things. But it sort of came together, and I'm pretty happy with it in the end.
And then you've got this all kind of clear glass building there. What's that?
Oh, okay. So that's a result of lug bulk, giving a lot of a lot of clear panels. But inside it is a shopping mall. So I was lucky enough to visit Japan, and they've got these massive shopping malls with a lot of glass and all that kind of stuff. And you go in there, and like they've got like the Aeon Mall and all that stuff. And I thought, I've got the Friends shopping center thing, and so I'll give that a go. And why not put it in a glass? Why not? So there it is. But
it's more fun that way. And then as far as other buildings, kind of what else do we have here in the bottom layers?
So on the bottom layers, so we've got Garmadon's layer down the bottom there. So there's a bit of the shark layer, sharks with laser beams and things like that in the Garmadon bottom. And then you go through the old world. You've got, of course, the official Ninjago City set, and then you move into sort of the docks area, which is sort of loosely based on the actual dock set. And then you've got a bit of the bridge, which is extremely fragile. That sort of exploded on me at least twice while trying to set up on Thursday, but it got there in the end, thank goodness. And the trees in the center, I really like the trees, but if you even look at them, they sort of explode and fall apart. But I think I'm really happy with the way they came out. And then you sort of move around to the other side, and then you got a bit more of the Friends. So you got the cupcake shop, and all these builds, like the small builds, like the character builds. My daughters made those, so they built the parrots and they built the fish and the dog and all those kind of things.
All the colorful stuff on this side.
Yeah, and it's like, where do you want to put it? And they come in and they go, I'm going to put it there. And it's like, okay, that's really cool. The monorail's going to hit it every time it goes past. So when you go to bed, I'm going to adjust it slightly and move it over and attach it properly. But that's cool. That's cool.
True family building right there.
Yeah. And it worked out. It works out in the end, and they come out and they say, yeah, I did that. And they were sort of really happy. But so it's just all a lot of fun. And I hope, it's this kind of show. I think it's all about the kids and get them involved and get them to get into it and sort of get inspired to build something. And I like sort of basing things on sets because they go, oh, what's that one? And I go, oh, that's a dragon. You can actually buy that one and build it. And I've changed it a little bit, but you can do it and you can enjoy it at home and you can have a go at it yourself. And
they can kind of connect with that a little easier than some of the other stuff.
Yeah, maybe you can go home and do it and do something similar. And one day come here and put up something awesome. But I don't know. I saw your guys' video that you did with all the other Ninjago things, and I'm kind of inspired. I'm thinking the next show I want to try and get together a couple people and do a bit of
like a collaboration. This is certainly a great start.
Yeah, a collaboration to do that because I thought that looked amazing. So yeah, I kind of hope that maybe I can pull that off for Bendigo. So we'll see how we go.
So you mentioned the monorail. How'd you decide to add that? And was that kind of a last-minute addition or something you wanted all along?
Okay, complicated story. It started with the roller coaster track. So I was trying to do J.K. Brickworks' roller coaster tram car, the powered tram car, and I just had a lot of trouble getting it to work. It sort of stuck, and as soon as it stuck, it kind of exploded and the pieces just went everywhere all the time. And so once again I had a friend have a look and we're trying to make it work and make it be more reliable or whatever, and after much trying it just didn't work. And I said, right, that's it, tram car, going to be the monorail. So here's the monorail, and you probably recognize that out of the city centre set from a while back, but it uses the 1990-ish space monorail engine. So that's kind of 30 years old, which I'm pretty aware is older than you.
You would be correct.
So that track is antique.
Ancient history right there. But this is a wonderful layout. The thing I love about Ninjago City builds like this is just how playful they can be. Like you said, all the colors, the different minifigs and everything. You just put in whatever you want and it fits with it. And so it's so great.
Yeah, and I love these like little signs and all these stuff that you get in the sets, and you can sort of place them around. It adds color and something interesting, and like the sushi signs and the TV with Garmadon on it. So live breaking news is Garmadon coming to attack the city, and there he is. So, yeah.
Wonderful layout. I really appreciate you bringing it to the show, and thanks for chatting with me about it.
Oh, awesome. Thanks.